Hey everybody, this is Dennis. Get my headset on. Okay. We have the Escondido Jersey game. This is the championship with SSFA, and I'm going to be calling this. So it looks like Escondido is driven right down the field, and they are poised to score. Let me send this hangout. See if we get anybody else to join us. So Paul hit Galt for a 31-yard long gain, double team. Flare left to David Hill. Myron Dupree double teaming Willie Galt. And it's incomplete. Okay, so let me turn this down. So 4th and 8, and it looks like Paul will kick a field goal. That's up and good. Let's make sure everything's going with the broadcast. It looks good. Nobody else has joined yet, but I just sent out the link. So here we go. Jersey takes over after 20 after a touchback. 1st and 10. Okay, we got a square into Pat Tilley. Guessed right, 3 for incomplete. Second and 10. Not sure if this is working here. Yes, it is. Let's just do this for a few minutes, then you can do your curled Roy Green. Guess right. It's complete for 19 yards, but there's a fumble.
I got the email point for it.
And it's recovered by Jersey, so they keep possession.
I got the email Jen instruction. Remember that? I got another one version. Spanish? Yeah, we were doing it. Let me see. It's bad.
1st and 10 Jersey at their own 39. Buddy, let's just do it for a few minutes. Come on. Just till you level up. Okay? No, cancel that one.
Like, can I not do this?
This is just until you both level up. That's it.
No, I have to do my very treasure things.
Okay, you guys want to do that very treasure then?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We need to do it. No, I got 42 already in one day. 42 cookies, that's 20 minutes.
Okay. All right, my kids have decided to do their own thing. I was going to try to do 2 things at once, but we'll be concentrating fully on the game. And that was a 5-yard or 3-yard run to set up 3rd and 5.
That's the best because it gives you a pickaxe, either another one of those cake clips, and it gives you a treasure, large treasure patch that you can get emotes, prizes from those large things. So the best thing to get is cake clips. Yeah, it's but not
inside run draw to Walter Payton. It's a 4 yards. That'll bring it 4th and 1 at the 48. Jersey trailing by 3. Will they punt or will they try to go for it? They decide to punt. Coughlin corner to the 18-yard line. That's where Escondido will take over. Escondido has had a huge offensive year. Lynn Dickey is one of those quarterbacks that can be very, very good or very, very bad. Check a look at his card. He has a ton of completions for big yards, but lots of interceptions. So he hit that. So he has that on 8 plus 31. Guessed right. Flare right to Eric Dickerson. Guessed right. The free safety is double teaming the split end. Or yes, picks up 5.
Cool.
That's the good thing about Paul's offense. Dickerson, Rogers, all those guys can catch as well as pass. Mike has joined the broadcast. Mike, feel free to chime in if you're there. Let me know if you can hear me. At least I want to know that. Off tackle left to George Rogers. You know, I'm not hearing myself in these headphones. I think I'm going to unplug them. That goes for a yard. So in case that was preventing the broadcast from working, although it doesn't look like it is, it looks like it was fine. But I had plugged some headphones in to try to block out some noise, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Oh, maybe I'm just not hearing anything because I have my volume. No, my volume's up. Sweep right to Dickerson on 3rd and 4. He needs a number on his card, or on the D card, there's a perfect one, 8 plus 12. Paul has excellent run blocking and pass blocking. Well, run blocking especially. 5, 6, 4, 6, 5 with a 5 tight end. His pass blocking goes 3, 7, 5, 5, 7. Joe has a really strong defense. That's the strength of his team. Sweep right to Eric Dickerson. Guessed wrong against a 0 defensive end. But the call is for the offensive onside end, +2 or -1, it's for +2. Joe's bringing in 2 pass rushing defensive ends, a 0-12-9 and a 0-11, to go along with a 5-8 nose tackle. That will make it difficult to throw short. So Paul decides to run off tackle to George Rogers. Guessed wrong, 0 yards. As my older son from high school looks at me with a quizzical look. I'm calling a game, Gunn. Say hi to everybody. Hello, he says. Got my 2 younger boys here too. Just got done with the second week of school. Second week of school, right, guys?
Yeah.
Crossing pattern to Charlie Joyner. It's not the internet. This is to my friendos.
Is the internet?
4th and 11. This is a broadcast of the
Anyone can see?
Summer Sprint. No, only if you share the line. Summer Sprint, 1983 NFL. Jersey with the fair catch, and they will take over at their own 23. Dave Craig of the Seattle Seahawks is the quarterback for Jersey Joe and his Rebels. Dennis Gentry, as you can see, he's got the Chicago Bears halfback slash, well, just halfbacks really, but it's got Gentry and Walter Payton. Sweetness. Pitch out right to Gentry. Goes on the 1 linebacker in zone 9 reading, +2 or -2, and the offensive onside tackle, Justin Cross, was a 0. So let's look at Joe's pass blocking. It's 7, 3, 4, 5, 3. Pitch out left to Walter Payton. Guessed wrong, 0 man in zone. The offensive onside in was not existent, so it only picked up 4 yards. I'm sorry, it was existent. It was Jerry Bell. Jerry Bell's only at 4. So 3rd and 8. Joe's got to throw short here to try to pick this up. Dave Craig has an interesting card. This is a very good flat card for him in this set. And he can even throw deep a little bit. That 9 guessed right is a long game. So we got a draw to Payton. No man in zone against a 0 nose tackle. Offensive center +12 or +4. That is Will Grant, and he's a 0. That would have been a first down on 7 or 8. Sometimes you have to play a little conservative when you have weak pass blocking or average pass blocking. A fumble. Dennis McKinnon fumbles on a 10, and it's picked up by Jersey Joe. Don't you know the Rebels are in business at the Escondido 28. 1st and 10. Turnovers, big plays decide these games. Let's see what Joe can do with this. Trailing by 3. Off tackle left to Walter Payton. Guessed right. Against the short yardage defense is +0. Guessed wrong. That would have been a short gain. So there's how in Strat, your calls, your coaching decisions can make a difference. 2nd and 10. Jersey. Sideline left to Pat Tilley. Free safeties double teaming Roy Green. Guessed right on the quarterback's card for +6. That'll bring up 3rd and 4. Flair left to James Wilder, +1 or +6. The linebacker in zone is Don Blackman. He's a 5, and that beats the white die roll of 4. Field goes up, and it's no good. Morton Anderson with a little bit of the rookie yips. This was Morton Anderson's rookie year, and he blows it. He's going to be thinking about that one later on in the championship game. He had a 2 through 8 and 12 chance to make that, and he rolled an 11. Inside runs to George Rogers, guess wrong. 1 man in zone, +8. Paul has a really strong running game with Eric Dickerson and George Rogers. Dickerson was carded as a fullback in this set, so he can play both of them in a pro set. And basically, he will never run out of carries. He has 31 for Dickerson, 23 for Rogers. Inside run to Rogers, 2 men in zone on the D card. And it goes on the offensive card for +7. That's the dynamic of Strat-O-Matic. If the white die is a 1 through 3, the play will be resolved on the offensive player's card. If it's 4, 5, or 6, it'll be resolved on the defensive card. So just because you guessed right doesn't always mean you're going to get a good result on defense, that is. If you're guessed right on offense, you expect a bad result, but that's not what always happens. Sweep right to Eric Dickerson. 1 man in zone. The 6 linebackers plugging next to the 0 defensive end. But again, it goes on the offensive card, 11 +5. Dickerson has those big hits on the edge, +85, +12, or long gain on 12, +85 on 2, and +33 on 4, with the short gain on 9. We are playing with the individual fumble rule. You see guess wrong, he's 31. That means guess right, he's a 60 or 58 or something. Off tackle left to Dickerson, a pass guess again. Defensive nose tackle, 0 +3. This is what Joe has done consistently in these playoffs, is not really just not worried about calling run, letting his run defense do the work, and letting his rated players pick up the slack. And of course, using that 5, second quarter, 12:36 to go in the half. 3rd and 5 on Paul. Looks like he's staying pro set. He does stay pro set. Joe responds with a 3-4, his base defensive formation. That forces Joe to stay with Tom Beasley, who's a 5-5, instead of bringing in the 0-11 if Paul was in a different formation. It's a slant to Mike Barber, 3 men in zone, not double covered. And there's that big yardage hit on Dickey's card, +17 on 7. That's excellent. +17, +15, +16, +14. They don't make quarterback cards like that anymore. Off tackle right to George Rogers. 1 man in zone, guess pass. Linebacker in zone +1, -1 or +10. Even without that, it would have been with defensive end 0 +17. Maybe some draw calls are in order here. If Paul sees Joe continuously calling pass. 2nd and 11, 3-4, a 3-4 defense facing the pro set offense. Sweep left to Eric Dickerson. There's a linebacker in the zone. And it's on the D card. 1 linebacker in zone, offensive onside in, +4, +0. And Willie Galt's rated as a 0. Okay, 3rd and 11. Escondido at Jersey's 45-yard line. We got 4 wide receivers: Bobby Duckworth, Wes Chandler, Willie Galt, and Charlie Joyner. David Hill's short pattern to Hill, covered by a 6, and 4 men in zone. It's going to be tough to complete. But it hits a receiver reading, and the receiver comes through. You see, David Hill had completions on 4, 5, 8, or 9, and the dice were kind to him. 1st and 10. This is what championships are made of, being able to convert these crucial 3rd down plays. Dickey's been great so far. It's a sweep right to Eric Dickerson. Guessed right for +3. So we said Joe was calling pass consistently. He's corrected that a little bit with a run call there. Although it would have been +3 either way on Dickerson's card. 2nd and 7 at jersey 31. Inside run to George Rogers, guessed right, 1 linebacker in zone. That's why you don't call a draw, because you're going to get stuck with 2 men in zone if you're not careful. But that was left guard +5 or +0. Again, that left guard's Kent Hill. He's a 6. This is the Rams, the LA Rams offensive line. Jackie Slater, Dennis Hara, Doug Smith, Kent Hill, and Bill Bain. Pretty nice offensive line for those 80s Rams. Sweep right to Eric Dickerson. 3-4, 0 men in zone. Got a 0 defensive in there. Blocking back +5 or +1, +5 or -1. And George Rogers, despite his excellent running card, he's not a very good blocker. So out comes Rich Carlos to try to make it a 6-point game. The field goal kickers in this era were not as good as they are today, but that kick is up and that kick is good. And it's 6-0 Escondido. Jersey's got to feel like they avoided a little bit of a bullet.
I have an insignia. I have an insignia.
1st and 10, Jersey at their own 25. Off tackle right to Walter Payton. Paul's got a little bit of a weak. Oh, wait a minute. We have a fumble. It looks like a snap fumble. Dave Craig has an 18 on his fumble rating. So he's going to fumble 18 out of 1,000, but you have so many snaps in the game, it'll come up. And that was a 15 roll. So Escondido gets another break. They got to come away with this with a touchdown. Sweep right to Eric Dickerson. Again, that 0 defensive end consistently being uncovered. Defensive end +2 or +7. And that's going to pick up 7. If he had plugged that with a 6 linebacker, that would have been +3 only. So that brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15 of Jersey. Small hands, Dave Craig fumbled the ball. And the Escondido Chargers recovered. Off tackle right to George Rogers. There's 2 linebackers in the zone. Offensive card, this could be great, but the defensive card, it could be stuck, and it was. Not stuck, stuffed. George Rogers could not get around those blockers. Third and 5, 3-3-5 for Jersey Joe. Both those outstanding pass rushing defensive ends are in the game. Covered up for containment by 6 outside linebackers. So if you hit that, he does do a sweep left trying to hit it. You need to hit that 0 men in zone because it's going to be contained on the offensive card. +5, it's going to be stopped 1 yard short. 4th and 1. Go big or go home. Will Paul forego the field goal and try to stuff it in with his excellent offensive line? He does. I see his point on the one hand, and I even said he has to get a touchdown. But going up by 9 points, it'll put you up by 2 scores. That's important too. Full house offensive set against the 3-3-5. Up the middle to Mike Gooman. 2 men in zone. This is going nowhere. Jersey Joe and the Rebels hold. And they keep this a single score game. Not only that, but they could drive down and get a touchdown and be in the lead. Pitch out right to Walter Payton. Guess wrong. 25 yards. Shows you how quickly things can turn around in Strat. 4:30 left in the half. You guys want to do a run? Let me know when you want to go, okay? Fly to Roy Green against the short yardage defense. 8, 9 were long gains. 3 plus 31 and 11 plus 29, but he rolls a 12. That's incomplete. Shows you even when you're guessed wrong, a long pass is difficult to complete. We got a flat pass to Pat Tilley for +8. On 2nd and 10, that's going to make it 3rd and 2. Jersey goes pro set. James Wilder joins Walter Payton in the backfield. Both of them are good blockers, as well as good running guest right. It's an off tackle to James Wilder, double team for a flat pass. That's what Paul was thinking, but he's helped out by his defensive end, -1 or +5. Curtis Greer and his 6 reading makes the play against the White Dice 6. 9-yard punt return by Dennis McKinnon, and it'll be 1st and 10, Escondido. So this is going to be one of those tight, low-scoring games. The Summer Sprint uses the same kind of rules as Battle Royale, where you get rid of the dump-off, you get rid of the 6 white die rule. So you have a lot more tough running, tough sledding in this game. Sweet Pride Dickerson, 6 linebacker in the zone. Guessed wrong though. Goes in the D card though for +7 or +0, or +4 or +0, and it's +0 because the offensive onside end, Mike Barber, did not make the block. He had a 66% chance of making it, and he missed. 3-4 blitz shown by Jersey Joe. 2:24 to go in the half. Off tackle right to George Rogers, 1 man in zone, so 6 linebacker. It's on the offensive card though for +7. That'll be 3rd and 3. See, if Paul would have taken that field goal and be up 9-0, I'd feel a lot better about that because that's 2 scores. But I understand why he went for it. I would have probably gone for it too because I like to be aggressive. But we'll see. 3rd and 3. Escondido, 2 minutes to go in the half. Inside run to George Rogers. Guessed wrong, but there's a linebacker in the zone. +65. George Rogers breaks free, and he's off to the races down to the 7-yard line. That's why you draft these guys, and that's why if you're Joe, you got to call run once in a while. Look at that. What an offense. If you hit the edges with these running backs on either team, you're getting big yards, but especially on Paul's team. He goes into the full house. 1st and goal to 7. What was that, Joe asked? That was a big run. +65. You never watched George Rogers, huh? Joe having a little bit of a what was that moment. 1-1-1, as you'll see on the broadcast, that the roll is 1-1-1. So Joe's feeling a little verklempt because he thought it would have been +7, but 144 according to Joe would have been +8 or +6. Pitch out right to Dickerson. 2-minute zone against a 0 defensive end. This could very well go into the end zone. +5, it's going to get close. It'll be 2nd and goal to 2. Second and goal to 2. George Rogers and Eric Dickerson joined Mike Gooman in the backfield. We saw Gooman has a pretty good guess right card. So let's see what happens. Three-four blitz. Joe hoping to catch Paul, trying to sneak a pass in there.
I see you.
Run up the middle to Gooman. 2-minute zone, +1 on the offensive part. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1. That defense is a bend, don't break defense.
Yeah, I am. Oh, I fell down.
Okay, we got another 3 halfback, 2 tight end set here. 3-4 blitz shown. Landing on the D cards is not going to be good for Paul. Probably going to be guess right run here.
Like a bunch of people.
Rogers, Dickerson, Gooman, and Dickey can all run guess right. And it is a pitch out right to Dickerson. 1 man in zone, 6 linebacker. That could be bad, and it's tough. Look at it. Had some pretty good chances on 6, 7, 8, 11, and 12. What could have been in? But of course, a quarterback sneak there was definitely in. Will he settle for a field goal and go up 9-0? Go up by that crucial 2 scores. The defense takes a timeout, so they'll get a chance at a late drive, but they'll only have 37 seconds left to go when they do it.
Or less. Do this. That's super fun. Sir, just jump on that one. And dismount and then play it.
He's going to go for the field goal. Rich Carlos lines it up. The kick is up. Kick is good. That's another reason why Paul may have gone for it. Still bad on 10 and 11 there. So 37 seconds left in the half. Paul looking to see if he should squib it, kick it deep, and it kicks it deep for touchback. So Jersey takes over down 9-0.
See?
But they've avoided a lot of, sometimes in Strat, you avoid plays like this.
I keep going down. But do you see me? No. Well, look at my screen. Look. Where's he? I see you. Wait, I don't see you. I'm right here. Look. I see you. You're there.
Deep to Walter Payton, 2-minute zone. And here comes the pass rush. Luckily, Dave Craig fumble fingers himself, holds on to the ball. It was an Andre Tippett coming. And this time, Escondido takes a timeout, thinking if he can hold him, make him punt, and get the ball back and maybe try a long field goal.
That one is furniture. But there's no, you can't spawn anymore. You spawn in. I'm the first person I'm starting to I'm gonna get a spawn.
2nd and 23, 4-2-5 showing blitz. Full house for the Rebels. Pitch out left to Peyton goes nowhere, -2. So it's going to be 3rd and 25 at the 5.
Let's see if you can withstand me.
We got again 4-2-5 showing blitz. Jersey goes 4 wide. Screen right to Walter Payton. No man in zone. The free safety and the linebackers are coming. Guess wrong on the receiver card. It's the only roll it could not to be a completed pass. So that'll leave Escondido with a timeout left, and they'll get the ball with 8 seconds. One play, maybe a big run, and call timeout quickly. Punt of Russell Ertzleben. Ertzleben?
Undefeated you? Yeah. Was that simple? Oh! The person who's lower than you.
There we go, big punt. 49-yard punt to Dennis McKinnon. 16-yard return, and he'll have the ball at the 38. Time for a one play and then a long field goal attempt. Will he run it or will he pass it? He can do either. Mike, are you there? Just want to know if the audio is working on this broadcast. Just want to make sure I didn't mess something up when I plugged my headset in. Paul goes full house. Sweep right to Dickerson, a 6th rated linebacker in the zone. O card good, D card bad. If the O card gets 4 yards, and he'll have a chance to kick a field goal. He was going for that plus 33, or even the short game. That would have got him into decent field goal position. Rich Carlos, the ex-Denver Bronco kicker. Maybe he has a little mile-high adjustment here. Oh, it's up and good, but it's a 6 roll. So that's 9-0 at the half. Again, I kind of feel Paul's done a great job, but Joe's got to feel pretty good that he's not done worse. Paul says he's ready to continue.
I want to spar something. Too high. Perfect. I want to spar easy, but I want to spar him, but just do it. Easy. I wish he was.
Here's the kickoff.
No, but he has
15 yards, or to the 15-yard line with a 17-yard return. Jersey takes over, 1st and 10. At least they get the ball back first. That's another thing that Paul's got to be a little bit worried about. Escondido's weathered the storm. They have avoided some big plays. Sideline right to Tilly. Guess right, the double teaming Roy Green. Long delay here on the snap. Funny, Rogers long run 8. I don't think so. I think you're looking at the wrong Rogers. This interception split doesn't hit the split though. That's 1. George Rogers' long run is a lot more than 8 yards, Joe. We'll check that out. Bring up the summer sprints. Got a 14-yard completion, guess right, on Dave Craig's short pass card to Jimmy Giles. If we look at both these teams finished 10-4, by the way. Joe had actually a little bit better point differential than Paul. But if we look at their computer manager, pull up George Rogers' card. You see his long run was 76 yards. Where's he getting his 8 from? Quick into James Wilder, guessed wrong, and that's plus 12. We'll talk to Joe afterward about what he meant by that. Don't want to interrupt these guys while they're playing. When you're a visitor, even if you're a spectator, I mean, if you're a spectator, even if you're calling the game, you don't want to interrupt their flow. 2nd and 10 on an incomplete pass. Don Blackman made the play there, knocked the ball away from Walter Payton. 2nd and 10. Jersey in Escondido territory at the 41-yard line. Second and 10. Full house or pro set against the 4-3. Defense has a lot of fours. Sideline left to Tilly, a key on Walter Payton. That's going to pick up 10 yards on the first down. And Escondido is in field goal range. Or excuse me, Jersey is in field goal range.
No, it's still worth it. But if you find a medium big set, you'll get better coaching. Already. After both of the guys are cooked.
Guess wrong, run to Payton, off tackle +3. Guess wrong.
I hate you.
Jersey at the 28 of Escondido. It's a sack. Jimmy Giles was trying to pick up a slant, but in comes David Galloway. Gets around John Borchert, his 5 rating against an 11 pass rush rating. 64% chance of a sack on a short pass, and down goes Craig. Third and 15, so suddenly he's out of field goal range. We don't have a little thing. Do you want it? Here, try it.
I need my chip.
Here's the chip. Plug that in. See if that works. You got a 10-yard catch from Craig to Mike Schumann. That's going to set up the field goal, and it's up and good. 2 through 6, 11 and 12. On the other side. On the other side, brother. The other side. It's got to be over there.
It's not. There must be that.
Nope.
There must be this one.
Okay, try it.
It's the only one.
Yeah.
It has a lightning.
Sorry, guys, yeah, technical difficulty. First and 10, only up 6. Not a. Okay. Trying to help my son here. There you go. Try that. Try that. Try again. 2nd and 3. After a 7-yard guess wrong run. Off tackle left to George Rogers. No man in zone. No, leave it. Leave it. That'll work. It will. You need to go back to Windows and configure it. First and 10 after that 11-yard run by Rogers.
I'll give you the stat. No, it's not that one. It's like what?
It will, but you just have to get a second.
The Davis one.
I'll tell you when you're ready. Wait a second. I'll tell you when you're going to go back there. 3-yard pickup, guessed wrong on Rogers' card. Escondido's at the 41. They're moving the ball. Up 9-3. Sweep right to Eric Dickerson. Gets a pass call. 1 man in zone to 6 linebacker. Offensive card good, defensive card bad. And it's the defensive card. Stuff, -2.
That's it. This mat's not there.
Yeah, you're just going to have to wait until you leave it. Crossing pattern to West Chandler on 3rd and 9. Dickey's been pretty good on 3rd down so far, but he misses here, and the Chargers will have to punt. It's a long punt, 42 yards, but the return's even longer. A 57-yard return by Paul Scansey, who has now put the Rebels in position to take a game where their offense has been moribund, has been putrid, has been stuck for the most part. And now they're only 24 yards away from taking the lead. Off tackle right to James Wilder. Paul's defensive tackles are both 4s, and one of their defensive ends is a 4, the other one being a 6. That was offensive onside in +7 or +2. Jimmy Giles does not make the block. 2nd and 8. Escondido on their heels. Inside run to Peyton. Guessed wrong. 0 men in zone. Center +12 or +4. The 4-rated Will Grant fails to make the roll. 3rd and 4. Big 3rd down here. This has been a pretty good contest so far. Tight game. First half, Paul had his chances. He had some breaks, but he was only able to take advantage of them somewhat. A failed 4th down conversion, and the other time's field goals. As the left side run to Walter Payton picks up 8 yards. Guess right would have been 3 yards, still a 1st down, and he would have had to key him to stop him there. But we saw him key earlier and give up an empty zone flat pass, so maybe he's hesitant to key. Craig has that big 18 fumble number on the snaps. Screen left to Walter Payton against a run call. Craig has a very good card, but goes in the D card and only picks up 2. 2nd and goal at the 8. That means the flat pass is no longer in play. Craig will throw picks. Paul does not show blitz. That's ice and milk. Pour it out, get some water. Could you get a cold water bottle from the freezer?
I'm going barren.
Okay. Curl to Roy Green, pass call, no blitz coming, 4 men in zone. But there is a blitz, it's a sack and a fumble. It looks like Jersey's picked it up. Dave Craig again, he got sacked, he got stripped. They tried to advance the ball, one of the offensive linemen, but he couldn't move. Will Grant goes nowhere. 3:54 to go in the quarter. This is a perfect time to show blitz. Last time, Andre Tippett in his 12 rating took advantage of Will Grant, although Grant saved the fumble. Paul opts not to show blitz, knowing that Walter Payton back there is a 7 pass blocker. Curl to Roy Green, double teamed correctly, incomplete. So Paul may not have taken advantage of his chances on the offensive side, but his defense has been outstanding. A correct double team there that really affected the game. That would have been incomplete if he had doubled with a linebacker or not doubled at all. The field goal was good, 2 through 8 and 12, and it's a 7, up and good. So 9-6, Escondido in front. 3-4 blitz showing, or 3-4 formation for Joe. Pro set for the Chargers. Inside run to Rogers. That up Aranda. He drops the man down to the nose tackle and calls pass. Offensive card 11 is good, short gain. Rogers so far, 14 runs for 126 yards. We saw that 65-yarder. So we'll find out from Joe what he meant about the 8-yard max. Rogers is a stud. A little chunky, but he's been hitting those chunks today. 1st and 10 at the 31 of Escondido. Flair right to Dickerson, guessed wrong against a 6 linebacker, but it's on the O card. +4, that's 9 yards. Second and 1, it's a nice down. Think about throwing deep. Although Joe's the kind, if you're going to, look, he brings in a 0 on both sides. He's going to want you to throw deep so he can bring that pressure. Or maybe he wants you to think he wants you to go, and then he'll call run, stuff the zones. The chess game that is Strat. Sweep right to Dickerson. Guessed wrong. One man in zone. 6 linebacker. O card good. D card bad. Linebacker in zone stuffs it. Look at that. 3rd and 1. Joe needs one more play like that. Paul needs to pick up a yard. Off tackle. Or linebacker would be a good play, I think, here. Those runners can run guessed right. And Joe might just bring everybody and call pass. Quick slant to Barber. He did bring everybody and call pass. Paul, anticipating that, throws a short flat pass. It'll be guessed right on the quarterback's card. It'll be empty zone on the D card. Empty zone receiver reading for +8, guessed right. So Mike Barber was able to make that catch. 1st and 10, near midfield. Crossing pattern to West Chandler, guessed right. 2 linebackers coming on the blitz. Hit Dickey's card, guessed wrong, or guessed right for incomplete. Dickey 7-12 today. Off tackle run right to Dickerson, guessed right. No linebackers in the zone. Guessed right, 5 roll is -1. Third and 11. Dickey's under pressure. He's got to come through here. No blitz showing, but 2 excellent defensive ends and a pretty solid nose tackle can bring the heat against this Rams offensive line that's, better at run blocking than they are pass blocking. Curl to Willie Galt being correctly double teamed. And here comes those defensive ends. It's a sack and a strip sack at that, recovered by Keith Willis. So in comes Keith Willis after Gary Dunn gets the sack, strips the ball. Willis, the linebacker, picks it up, and it is 1st and 10. Jersey. Now, can Paul withstand the constant barrage? Sideline right to Tilly. No linebackers there. The free safety double teaming Roy Green. Guess right on the quarterback's card. Tilly has a +10 on 5. So that is a 1st down. Nearing field goal range. Or actually in field goal range. May not be the best field goal kicker, but he can hit this one at least more than half the time. 1st and 10, Rebels. Joe might be looking to hit the flats here. Roy Green gets constantly double teamed because he's covered by a 0 cornerback. Off tackle right to James Wilder against a short yardage defense. A linebacker in that zone, 5 linebacker. Offensive card could be good, or at least avoid some disaster, and he does. Gets 2 yards. 2nd and 8 at the Escondido 29. Guess wrong, that would have been +3. Not much. Again, he can hit the edges too, just like our friend George Rogers. 13:30 to go in the game. We've crept into the 4th quarter. This is a money league. Everybody pays a $50 entry fee. The champion gets half of that. 2nd place gets 25%, or no, 30%. 3rd and 4th get 10% each. So 3rd and 8. That was an incomplete pass, incomplete flat pass. We got a 3-3-5 formation against 3 wide, not showing blitz. But again, Paul has some really good pass rushers on the D-line as well. Sack here, we're pushing him out of field goal range. Sideline left to Tilly. There is a linebacker there still. Tilly covered by a 6, linebacker in zone, incomplete or short gain, and Dom Blackman's 5 rating makes the play. Lining up for the tying field goal, Morton Anderson. Not the greatest kicker, but he did it. He hits it. 2 through 6, 11 and 12. That's up and that's good. And Escondido suddenly finds themselves tied up after really a dominating performance for the most part, aside from a few miscues on turnovers. Let's look at the box score. It's a 9-9 game. I guess it's been pretty even. You know, Escondido has almost twice as many yards, but the first downs are close, and it just feels like Escondido's been in control. Jessica's jersey's been 1 for 9 on 3rd down. Escondido 5 of 12 for 42%. First down call was a long pass to Wes Chandler. Guessed wrong. Look at that. He had chances on 2 through 6, 11 and 12. Or 2 through 6 and 10, and he missed on a receiver reading. Len Dickey tried to get it to Mr. Chandler. 2nd and 10.
I'm getting rich.
3-4 blitz shown.
I'm getting rich.
Joe's been consistently showing blitz. Paul, not so much.
I didn't even put it. I think we are running so good.
2nd and 10. Sweep right to Dickerson. 1 man in zone. Guessed wrong. An edge number would be huge right now on Dickerson's card. But on the D card, it goes nowhere. Linebacker in zone 0 plus 4. So Paul's targeting that. That 0 rated defensive end, and Joe's just covering him up with that 6 linebacker. Wash, rinse, and repeat. Show blitz. Sometimes bring the free safety, sometimes not. Third and 10. Crossing pattern to Charlie Joyner. Not double covered, and here comes the sack. That 0, 12, 9 defensive end. His 9 rating was used there against David Hill's 4. Big time pressure. Now the Jersey defense is standing tall, and the offense of the Chargers looks a little lost. You got to stick with it though. 10 minutes to go in the game. Got to keep sticking with that run. Joe's looking to bring home his first Battle Royale style championship. Paul Littleborough second. Defensive left tackle 0 plus 13. David Galloway can't make the play. And Walter Payton picks up 13 yards. 12 runs today for 68 yards for sweetness. He wants more of a roll. Go against those 4 defensive tackles, make them pay. Square into Pat Tilley. Plus 6. Craig's got that sweet short flat pass card. Second and 4 at the Escondido 35. 1 first down away from being in really good field goal range. Curl to Roy Green. And here comes the pass rush for Escondido. These 2 defenses are just going back and forth like 2 heavyweights, trying to see who's going to come out on top. Third and 12. Dave Craig can get a hit on his own card, pick up a first down. So this drive isn't over yet. But again, Paul not showing blitz, content to use his double teaming, or maybe afraid that if he shows blitz, you'll see a deep pass. Crossing pattern to Mike Schumann, not double team, incomplete on the D card. So a punch for Jersey Joe. 36-yard punt. Coffin Corner is going to pin Paul at the 14. 8:42. Your season comes down to one drive. First and 10. Escondido. Pro set against the 3-4. And our rule set, you can't show blitz on first down. Mixes it up a little bit. Off tackle to Rogers. Got to stick with the run. It's going to go back on the old card. It's been showing up a lot on the D card lately. Going to get back on the old card. There's a +4 run. Hunter, bring out the watermelon for everybody. Second and 6. Put that one next to the boys. That's a watermelon, kiddos. Second and 6, guessed wrong, +6. Stick with the run. Rogers has 11 carries left, Dickerson 16. Here, Roger, put that in the sink.
Right.
I don't think it's good anymore. That other one's good. 76-yard run. There's Mr. Rogers again. It's Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. He busts it for a 76-yard touchdown, and that offense is woken up in a hurry. 3-1-1. Joe says nice. But that was that was not nice for his offense. Career day for Rogers, 17 runs for 212 yards. Rinse the other one out. If you want to, whatever's in that one, it's so good, take that. Fumble reading on the kickoff, and boom, just like that. Escondido gets the long touchdown and recovers a fumble. Oh, crushing blow for the Rebels of Jersey in their quest to become the first-time summer sprint champion. Steve Wilson wearing the goat horns. Here, put that between you two. There you go.
I don't want them.
Why don't you rinse it off if you have to with water, cold water. 2nd and 5 after a 5-yard run picked up by the offensive guard. Jersey must be feeling a tad bit shell-shocked right here. Short gain, guess right, touchdown. And a 9-9 game in less than a minute has gone to a 23-9 game. A 76-yard run. Followed by a fumble on the kickoff return, and the hopes and dreams of the Jersey Rebels is got to be on the ropes right now. First and 10 Jersey. They got 80 yards to go. Pitch out left to Peyton. Blocking back +1 or -4. Second and 14. Planted Jimmy Giles. 15 yards. There's Dave Craig. Coming through with a clutch completion. I kind of feel he needs to air it out a little bit here. Get a big play. 4:12 to go in the half. Fourteen-yard completion to Jimmy Giles.
What he's been using.
First and 10. Another short pass. Incomplete this time to Mike Schumann. 3:18 to go in the game.
Not those that you get from coaching and something good. You can do the instruction, not that. These are different. These are
10.
These are ours.
Inside run draw to Peyton. Picks up 9 yards against the 4-rated or 0-rated tackle. Eight-yard pickup. First and 10. Second and 5 now. 2:24 to go in the game. Jersey's moving. It's square into Pat Tilley. No man in zone. Not double covered. +5. Oh, that was the last play. +5. Second and 5 here. Did somebody call timeout? What was that? I guess I missed that. Second and 5. Curl to Roy Green. Not being doubled, but here's that pass rush. That nasty, nasty pass rush. And down goes Craig. Third and 15, 3-2-6 defense for the Chargers. Just looking to prevent a big play. 1:52 to go in the game. Crossing pattern to Schumann, not being double covered, but here comes that pass rush. Andre Tippett the last time. This time Al Baker against Justin Cross's 3. And the little things in a strat draft, where you pick up your offensive line in this kind of format, in this unit drafting, can make a world of difference right there. Now it's 4th and 21, and the game is pretty much over here, folks. It will be really tough to come back from this. Oh, wait a minute. We got a pass right long gain on 4th and 21. Dave Craig says, don't give up on me, Dennis. I see Walter Payton going on a long pass. 38% chance of a sack, but the roll is only 35. The pass blocking comes through. Doesn't like getting dissed by the announcer. 1:37 to go in the game as the offense uses their last time out. A quick touchdown here and an onside kick recovery, and it is going to get interesting. First and goal up to 6. Can't waste time running. You got to throw it. You got to hit one of Craig's big numbers, or one of his hits on a short pass card, I mean. Don't need a big number here. You just got a big number. Crossing pattern to Tilley. King Peyton. That's a touchdown, folks. 23-16, pending the extra point. And this is going to get interesting if Joe recovers the onside kick. It all comes down to this. Any chance at overtime, it needs a recovery of the onside kick. On my knees again, Joe says. Praying, hoping, but this time the strat gods say, you had your chance. You had your chance. It's Escondido's time again. Escondidos will get their name on the Battle Royale family of leagues for a second time. Couple of knees here, and this game is over. As Tom would say, it's over. All right. So there is a spring fever game going on. Let's switch over. Let's see what we can do. Let's switch over and see if the Chicago New Orleans game is still going. We keep the same broadcast going. Let's see. Where's Douglas's IP? Let's see what we got. This game's over. I'm going to exit it.
Who won?
Paul did.
Paul. I like Paul. Sign Paul.
All right, so we're going to do like the real networks do. We're going to say, new game.
New game. Hey.
New
So
game.
who's in this game?
This is between Douglas and Jean.
Douglas and John.
Douglas, not Jean, not Douglas.
Okay, Douglas.
He might be Douglas, but he's Douglas is his name.
I vote for John.
Jean is from Canada. That game might be over because it's not letting me in. They play pretty fast, and we may have missed it.
Canadian.
I think that's it, folks. It looks like the other game must be over, so we're not going to be able to get it. We'll try to close this program and bring it up
No,
again.
don't close it.
Just in case. Try it again.
This is not a real graphic. It's called the old road.
Try one more time with the watch feature. And nothing there. So that game must be over. So, all right, guys, we're going to sign off here. This was the broadcast at the Summer Sprint Championship. We missed the Spring Fever semifinal, but you can only watch one at one time.